Afternoon, it's the undefeated 5-0 Red Raiders of Keyport High School taking on the South River Rams. And hi, everybody. I'm Craig Scup along with Mark Gregory. Almost set for the national anthem here at Denny Stadium. So we'll preview this big ball game for the Rams as they try to get in the Central Jersey Group 1 playoffs. Right now, the crowd rising here at Denny Stadium for the playing of our national anthem. They're going to run like crazy. So we're back, and Mark, a big test for the Ram defense. The highly explosive Red Raiders of Keyport coming at 5-0 under Mike Ciccatelli, the ninth-year coach. They play out of the Shore C division, and they were 9-2 last year. Ciccatelli's had a great career over Keyport, 45-29-1. And what you got to worry about if you're a Ram fan, explosive backfield of John Kemp and Efrain Cabrera. This stat tells it all, Mark. Through 5 games, 1,781 yards rushing, 116 passing yards in 5 games, roughly 20-some-odd yards a game. They're not going to fool anybody. They're going on the ground.
They're going to come right out at South River. And in previous games, South River had trouble against the ground game. Highland Park took it to South River on the outside. Some big runs there, the big play. South River's going to have to stop the running game. It's going to be a big test for the defense. There's been some changes.
Keyport 5-0 wins over Manchester 41-15. Admiral Farragut 41-0. Vailsburg 41-6. Allentown 33-6. And last week had their toughest ball game of the year, 28-21. The last 2 weeks, Mark, one thing I noticed about Keyport, teams have been able to throw at them. Allentown, although got beat by a bad score, they had a sophomore quarterback, almost had 200 yards on him. The Keensburg quarterback had 200 yards, so they're a little susceptible in the secondary. You can throw on Keyport.
Well, South River has a new quarterback this week, Mike Dean. Jim Makowitz quit the team. So he did, Craig. I don't know if you're aware of that. I believe.
Draft.
Well, Mike Dean's he's going to be the starter today. Got the word, and he could throw the ball. He's got an arm. And so if he could throw and Coach Terry gives him the chance, I think he'll hook up with Ron Stowski today. He's a good receiver. The Rams really haven't utilized him to their best right now up to this point in the season.
Ron hasn't caught a touchdown pass, caught a host of them last year. Just hasn't been involved passing-wise. Rams had to come off a week off. Last ball game they beat Pius 7-6. Rams had just 34 yards passing against Pius, Macklis and Shateri. So action at quarterback. They were 4 of 16 for just 34 yards. Defense had a good game against Pius. Held the Bruins to just 50 yards total offense, minus 27 yards in the second quarter. Their only touchdown was off a block, Craig Bailey punt. So the defense had a good ball game, but they had 2 touchdowns called back. That hurt the Rams.
Well, that's the big thing last week. I watched the game on TV, and the penalties killed the Rams, mental mistakes. So today,
officials work the ball game. The referee is Hank Conisberg. The umpire is Ed Van Campen. The head linesman James McKenna. The field judge is Ed Keir, and the clock operator is Lou Cosa. George Garcia set to kick off for South River. John Kemp, number 8, is back deep for Keyport.
Craig, down on the sidelines, we see Dean warming up with the number 10, who, from what I heard, Makowitz quit the team.
He's back in line. You mentioned Mike Dean will get the starting nod. On defense, look for Jason Bush to start, and Ian Ivanovich, the sophomore, will start as outside linebacker. Garcia, the booted away. Number 8, John Kemp, is back deep for Keyport. Along with number 19, Steve Antonucci. So we wait the kick from George Garcia. Taken at the 20-yard line. Moves across the 25 to about the 27. Jose Hernandez on the run back. Hernandez on the run back for first and 10. So we'll set that Ram defense. At the end will be Jason Bush and Paul Barkalow. The tackles are Bill Shern and Dennis Nowicki. Tom Chipkowski starts at nose guard. The linebackers are Ian Ivanovich at outside linebacker. Right outside linebacker is Todd Check. The middle linebacker, who had a good ball game against Pius, is Garth Smalley. The secondary, Eicher, Dean, and Diem. We'll set the Keyport offense for you. The next play, first and 10. Straight up the middle to Efren Cabrera. The Keyport offense, Steve Dixon's the split end. The tackles, 52, John Earl and Gerald Jeffcoat, number 77. The guards are 51, Jeff Kennedy and Billy McGee. The center is Jeff Poling, number 56. Kevin Riegler starts at tight end. The backfield, the quarterback is Lou Tomasello. At halfback is John Kemp. The fullback is Efren Cabrera, and Steve Antonucci starts at wingback. John Kemp has the first down, and their explosive team.
I guess South River's defense didn't adjust. It changes so far. The first 2 plays, Keyport going right up the middle on the Rams, 2 dives, straight up the middle, and South River's defense just giving up too many yards. Defensive line not doing the job, not closing down.
First and 10, Keyport. Here's Cabrera. Got to watch for him. Explosive back, defending champ, Central Jersey 100-meter dash last year. Had a really quick backfield, Mark.
Craig, the secondary that time was up 5-6 yards off the line of scrimmage. Like you said, South River's defense tightened it up. Not expecting the pass at all. 20 yards a game passing. They could afford to move up.
Keyport at midfield, second and call it 7. Antonucci goes in motion. Here's the fullback. Not much there.
So Keyport, another same play. Send a man in motion, come back up the middle the other way with the run, and South River's defensive line. They're shifting. Maybe that's going to help them a little bit.
Keyport comes in averaging 379 total yards per ball game, which is amazing considering they lost John Hernandez, their leading ground gainer last year, had 1,406 yards, scored 156 points. He's up at Montclair State along with 2 other brothers, and he has another brother, Jose Hernandez, who ran that kickoff. So much like South River, Keyport, a similar town where you see a lot of the family tradition carries on, a lot of brothers playing for the Keyport Red Raiders. Third down. Here's Cabrera cutting inside. Larry Crawford's there. Cabrera on the carry. Helpful, Eicher, Smalley, and Crawford. Third down. The Rams defense, a big test in the football game of momentum.
They came, and Craig, the opening 2 plays, they looked like the old defense. They gave up 6 yards a clip. They tightened up. The secondary tightened up. And they got the job done.
George Mazer to boot it away for Keyport. High kick. It's a short one. And touchdown by Keyport. That ball was actually hit at about the 25-yard line. See where they spot the ball. Officials working the ball game. The referee is Hank Koenigsberg. The umpire, Ed Van Kampen. Head linesman, James McKenna. The field judge is Ed Kears. And the clock operator is Lou Cosa. So Mike Dean and Jim Mackwitz were the battling preseason, and Bill Shateri elected to go with the junior. So Mike Dean saw some action last game as a tight end. Rams were going with a 2 tight end offense. Now in a quarterback.
He was a tight end last year, and we saw in the Metuchen game last year, he had a big play. We have flags down.
Mike Weems' return. He missed the Pius game at wingback. It'll be Bird and Smalley in the backfield. Joe May starts at tight end. Bill Shern's the center.
Craig, Keyport coming in 5-0. You think maybe they took South River a little too lightly so far? You think maybe in they're practicing during the week? Because it looks like they're really, they're not really as fired up as the Rams are.
We'll see. Some people have questioned if the Rams have been fired up for some of these ball games. 1st and 5. Dean to throw. Incomplete. Intended for Weems.
So a good play selection. 1st and 5. The Rams elect to go put it in the air. Just a quick out pattern. Mike Dean, as you can see, is a lefty. Just overthrew his receiver.
Keyport 4-4 defense. The 2 players to watch, Mark. Jerome Jeffcoat, number 71. Gerald Jeffcoat, number 77. Their older brother plays for the Dallas Cowboys. Jamie starts at defensive end. They got their big kid. Jerome is 6'5", 235. Gerald, just a sophomore, he's 6'2". Here's Vinnie Jackson, the junior. Across the 35 to about the 37. Upended by Kevin Riegler.
Craig, I had my eye on Gerald Jeffcoat that time. He came across the line of scrimmage, but Jackson just blew right by him. They're going to have trouble going up the middle at these guys today. So the Rams are going to have to use Jackson more to the outside, I think. Oh, we'll see.
3rd and 1. Rich Bird straight ahead. Has the first down and more out in midfield. Wrestled down by Billy Scully. Ram crowd and the Rams are fired up.
Straight dive, Craig, right over Bill Sharon, the center. And, it's going to be a big test for Bill Sharon today going against these 6'5", 6'2", the Jeffcoats. We'll see if he can match up and do the job. And so far, a nice block that time.
1st and 10. Here's Vinnie Jackson for about 5, driven out of bounds by Kevin Riegler. Rams battling Keyport for a Central Jersey Group 1 bid. Keyport is 5-0 coming in. Metuchen 5-0. Highland Park 4-0-1. South Hunterton is 4-1. New Brunswick 4-2. Rams, of course, are 3-2. As is Middlesex and Greenbrook. It's going to be tough for the Rams to get in because they've lost to Metuchen and Highland Park. Highland Park and New Brunswick can play Metuchen.
Well, the key game, if they win here today, is going to be Metuchen.
2nd and 4, Rich Bird. So call a 3rd and a long 2 for South River. The 42-yard line of Keyport. 6:43 remaining, 1st quarter, no score. Ron Sadowski wide right. Mike Dean, first action as quarterback. Penalty flag is Bird has enough. Bird has enough for the first down, but a flag on the play. And wait the call from Hank Konigsberg. Motion against the Rams, and we always bring up mental mistakes.
It's going to happen. They're only human. They set them back 5. It'll be 3rd and about 8.
Joe May comes on, replacing Art Diem. So Keyport gets a break. Rams have to get it to the 40-yard line of the Red Raiders for a first down. Rams now in a passing situation. Send Weems in motion. Decide to keep it on the ground, and Bird is upended. Gets about 2 yards. Billy McGee on the stop. Bird on the carry. Billy McGee making the tackle.
South River's going to punt it away. Craig Bailey coming on. Well, Craig, South River elected to go on the ground. They pitch out. They don't pick up the yards, and their drive stopped because of a mental mistake.
Steve Antonucci is back deep for Keyport. Craig Bailey to boot it away for South River. High kick from Craig, drifting to the near side of the field. Fair catch. By Dan Calicari. So that penalty proved costly, Mark. Stopped the Rams' drive.
They had the momentum going. They had the crowd up, and this one mental mistake just stopped the whole drive like that. They could have maybe passed on third down. They elected to run. No, they could have put it in the air.
Antonucci goes in motion. Flag on the play. Offside against the Rams. Keyport plays out of the C division down the shore, which includes Holmdel, Keensburg, Allentown, Mater Dei, and Point Pleasant Beach. They have no soccer team down in Keyport, a Group 1 school. And they really had a solid program. The last half decade is 34-14. The last 4 years, 32-8. So Mike Ciccatelli's got a good program down at Keyport. 1st and 5 for the Red Raiders. From their own 24, Cabrera, not much there.
So South River's defense tightening up, really tightening up. The whole team in tight. And we said earlier, Keyport not much of a passing team, so you got it. As a defense, you got to look at what their strong point is. Take it away. Take the running game away. They don't score any points.
2nd and 5 for the Red Raiders. Here's Kemp cutting inside, wrestled down by Smalley. Flag on the play. Kemp on the carry. Smalley makes the stop, but a flag on the play. Appears to be against Keyport. Player to watch out of their wing T offense, Efren Cabrera, Mark. 14 touchdowns, 84 points, has 782 yards and just 58 carries. So him and Kemp, who comes in with 939 yards on 99 carries and 9 touchdowns, both should go over the 1,000-yard mark.
Obviously breakaway runners, big play runners, and that's what South River has had problems with in the past weeks. The big play, giving up 50, 60-yard touchdown runs. They stopped that today. They got a good chance of coming away with a win here.
Amazing about Cabrera. I mentioned he's a defending champ, Central Jersey Group 1, 100 meters, can bench press over 300 pounds, but against Manchester, Mark, 7 carries, 236 yards.
Big plays, Craig, big plays.
2nd and 10, here's Kemp. Kemp on the carry, Smalley and Clover there. South River. Gain of 1, 3rd and 9. Ram defense looks sharp here, but we've been emphasizing Keyport's stats. Not many teams have driven on South River. It's been explosive run.
Running. Exactly. So right here, you'd expect a pass. It's going to be tough, and they might just go ahead and pitch it out.
Tomasello to throw over the middle. It's complete. Enough for the 1st down. Smalley on the tackle. John Frederick.
It's an 8-yard slant. Right between the D-back and the linebacker, and South River didn't really have good coverage that time. You got to expect a short pass. A team that doesn't pass much is not going to go up top on you.
1st and 10 Red Raiders from their own 31-yard line. Keep it on the ground. Cabrera trying to get outside. Todd Check is right there. Todd Check making the tackle as Cabrera carry. Quick announcement, the junior class is currently selling authentic regulation football jerseys. They are maroon with South River on the front and your name on the back, plus whatever number you choose. They sell for $18. Orders can be placed today. Look for our food by the food stand.
So our team, Craig, Keyport goes up top with it on a fly pattern, trying to go deep. And our team Almost lost that when he stopped running. He was running backpedaling. Almost a big play right there.
Our team had an interception in the Rams 7-6 win over Pius, as did guard Smalley. So now a 3rd and 10. John Fredericks is wide left for Keyport. He wears 43. Antonucci, the wingback, trying to sidestep tackler, has the first down, driven out of bounds. That time the Rams should have had him in the backfield.
That's right. We've seen that too. The Rams not tackling right. Fundamentals. Really having trouble just hitting, wrapping the arms, and bringing players down. It's a fake reverse that time. And the Rams, they read it well. They made the initial hit. Second effort gets Keyport a first down.
So Keyport from their own 44. 2:57 to play first quarter. Cabrera straight up the middle for about 6. Efren, 3 touchdowns against Manchester, 2 against Admiral Farragut, 3 last week against Keensburg. Second and a long 3. Here's Kemp cutting inside, stopped at the line of scrimmage. Rams want a fumble, they have it.
Boy, what a hit. Eicher recovers the fumble. I think a guard Smalley laid that hit. Oh,
that was a late fumble.
Yes, it was. The refs gave it to South River. Got a good break here. That's what South River needs. That kind of hit, that kind of intensity. That was a good, strong, clean hit.
So South River 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line. 2:10 remaining first quarter, no score. Rich Bird going in motion for South River. Todd check for about 1. Runs into Gerald Jeffcoat, big 6'2" sophomore.
We said earlier, South River might have some trouble with the Jeffcoat brothers, them big boys. They've had some success running up the middle on them. That time, not that time. So South River, we'll see if they run Vinnie Jackson outside. He's in there right now as a tailback.
2nd and 9 for South River. First quarter winding down. Dean to throw on 2nd down. Through the hands of Vinnie Jackson.
I think that time he was screened by the defender, and the ball, he blinded him from the ball for a second. Then when the defender fell, it hit him in the shoulder, and it appeared that it looked like he couldn't catch, but I don't think that was the case there.
Vinnie has been on too many receiving ends of passes here. Comes in rushing-wise, 34 carries for 210 yards. So 3rd and 9 for the Rams. Through the hands of Rich Bird. Bird comes up with it. The Rams lose a lot of yards. Dangerous play, Mon.
Sloppy play, a bad pitch. Quarterback Mike Dean puts the Rams back in the hole.
So the punting unit to come on for South River, Craig Bailey. Antonucci is back deep for Keyport. Along with number 20, Tom Parnaby. 47 seconds remaining, no score. Rams and Red Raiders. Fair catch, and Antonucci lets it go inside the 30. Touchdown about the 27-yard line. That pitch to Bird was similar to the Rams mix-up against Highland Park, which gave them a quick touchdown.
Well, turnovers are part of the game, Craig, and that time Rams lucky that Bird got the ball back. Even though it was a big loss, Bailey's a good punter, had a good punt, so Keyport with not such good field position.
So 1st and 10 Keyport from their own 27, just 25 seconds remaining first quarter. Wing T offense, here's Cabrera. That middle of the Ram defense looks solid. Shern and Nowicki, Chipkowski.
Well, we don't have Ron Sadowski as defensive linebacker on the outside. Ian Ivanovich is there for him. Defensive ends, Bush and Barkalow. Sprogis was a defensive end, I think, against St. Pius. He's not there anymore, so some changes.
I guess Philly Shateri has to be happy with his club. Keyport scoreless in the first quarter. They've held Kemp and Cabrera in check. The Rams just still that one little play away from sustaining a drive.
Also, though, Keyport, they've had a couple plays, Craig. You know, Cabreras broke through the line. He looks like he's going to go, and the Rams get him. No, they're a hair away from breaking one too.
So 2nd and 10, first play of the second quarter. Red Raiders at their own 27. Lou Tomasello, the junior quarterback, and penalty flag. Flag on the play, against Keyport. You know, Keyport in for a tough game. Got to be the toughest opponent. Because Manchester, Farragut, Valesburg, and Allentown don't have winning records.
Well, again, you know, you can't rate a team by the record. You got to look at who they're playing, and look at the team itself, their strengths. So you got a good running game in Keyport. They're going to keep it on the ground.
2nd and 15. Here's Kemp trying to cut inside. Smalley there on the stop. Gain of 2, 3rd and 13. Interesting situation here. Tomasello threw once before, completed to Frederick. We mentioned they only average roughly a little under 25 yards passing per game. Here's Cabrera, the fullback, wrestled down by Todd Check.
Todd Check doing his job. Outside linebacker, reading his key, coming across the line of scrimmage. Mike Dean, the safety, right there. South River defense, looking like defense years ago.
Crowd certainly fired up.
It's just a matter of reading their keys and executing. That outside linebacker sees the tight end block. He's got to come across the line of scrimmage, what South River's outside linebackers haven't been doing in the past. They've been sitting back and waiting. You can't do that.
Eicher from his own 42 has some blocking and wrestled down at the 48-yard line. So 8-yard run back by Tom Eicher, hit down by Billy Seigel, number 1. Rams good field position to start this drive.
A good run back, but also he got hit at the end. He fumbled on when he hit the ground. They blew it dead, but the play didn't get a chance to develop. He got hit pretty hard.
Rams had good punt coverage against Pius. Sadowski had a 58-yard run for a touchdown called back. Rams have improved their special teams this year. Guard Smalley for 2. Cabrera on the stop. The tie check has come on in the Ram backfield. Rams going with Jackson at tailback, Check at fullback, Weems is the wingback. Mike Dean, the senior, seeing his first action of the year at quarterback. Rams have now used 3 quarterbacks this year. Here's Jackson upended behind the line of scrimmage. By Jose Hernandez.
Keyport penetrating to the South River backfield that time. Didn't give Vinny Jackson too much of a chance to get outside and turn the corner.
3rd and 10 for South River. Dean will throw under pressure. Had Weems wide open, but overthrew him.
South River's offensive line broke down that time. Big rush by Keyport, but then it was 3rd and long. They were anticipating pass. They blitzed and it paid off. The reason that Mike Dean didn't get a good pass, too much pressure on him. He had to let go of the ball too soon.
Antonucci is the deep back for Keyport as Craig Bally set to boot it away. 8:54 remaining. 2nd quarter, no score. First ever meeting, South River and Keyport. Line drive kick. Here's Antonucci. Straight up the field. Weems made the first hit with help from Sadowski. And Dorian. Now a bit of an overcast here.
It's clouded up. It was sunny this morning. Nice day though. It's warm. About 60 degrees. Good day to play, you know, for the players on their part.
Keyport to start this drive from their own 26. Here's John Kemp, wrestled down by Crawford. Rams of the contain, Kemp and Cabrera.
Good thing Crawford got that shirt. Cabrera had some... He was really picking up the speed, Craig. He was motoring. He was looking outside, you know, he was looking to cut it right up the field. Big tackle that time. Big snag by Crawford.
Loss of 3, 2nd and 13. Larry Crawford was not penciled in as a starter, but has seen a lot of action and played well. Cabrera up the middle. Dean on the stop.
Nice hole that time opened up by the left side of the Keyport line. And John Earl and Jeff Kennedy. I see Jeff Coat over there on the left side. They opened up a nice hole, taking out Dennis Nowicki and Crawford that time.
3rd and a long 7 for Keyport. John Kemp has a hole, lunges forward and gets the first down up to the 45-yard line. Barklow in on the tackle.
Well, just good running that time, straight up the middle, spinning, breaking tackles. Just good running on second effort. Part of Keyport, South River not tackling. We've seen it before. You know, the defense is strong, a couple plays, and then they break down.
Under 7 minutes remaining, 2nd quarter, no score. From their own 45, here's Cabrera, able to spin off a couple tackles for about 2.
That's a case where he should have had a minus yardage, spins off, and falls forward for a couple. Still, little plays like that. The Rams just aren't stop getting that loss, getting them in the backfield for the loss. They make the initial contact, runner bounces, spins, and he goes forward for a couple yards.
Second and 7 for Keyport. Motion that time. So Keyport has made 3 consecutive playoff appearances in Central Jersey Group 1, have never taken the title. Last year were beaten by Metuchen. But Metuchen and Keyport coming to this weekend identical records at 5-0. So a 2nd and 14 for Keyport. Kemp on the carry. He's been held in check mark. John Kemp comes in, 99 carries, 939 yards, 9 touchdowns. Leading rusher on the shore. Last year in just 5 games, rushed for 585 yards. Missed some action due to a torn hip tendon. And against Farragut, just had a dream day, 290 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. Him and Efren Cabrera are part of a breakdancing group down the shore, the Fresh Fourth Rockers. I've done my homework on this team, Mark.
You have, Craig, obviously. But you hang out down there, down the shore. You go down to the clubs down there, so you know that stuff, you know.
3rd and 10 for Keyport. Antonucci comes in motion. Tomasello to throw. Swings it out. Far side to Riegler. And loss of a couple yards.
That time, number 52, Bill Shurin. And I didn't get I think it was Ian Ivanovich and Bill Shurin read their keys well, made the play on tackles have responsibility on the screen. Bill Shurin was right out there. Good play on his part.
So Eicher, Vinnie Jackson, and Sadowski are back deep. 3rd punt of the afternoon for George Mazer, 5'11 junior. John Kemp has come on the punt coverage. You always can look for a fake. Side to boot it away. Jackson and Sadowski collide. Vinny cuts to the far near side of the field, wrestled out at about the 23. Once again, good special teams coverage by Billy Seigel, a sophomore. Number 1, he's been in on a lot of tackles.
Now the Rams back, starting from their 26-yard line. Not too good a field position. Their offense sputtered in the last couple of drives. You know, the opening drive, they came down, stopped by a penalty. Let's see if they can get going here. 4 minutes left.
Rams from their own 24-yard line. So Mike Dean, number 17, the 3rd quarterback that Bill Shateri has used this year. Rams playing just their 2nd home game on the year. Final home game is against Saraville. Here's sophomore Rich Bird cutting inside, has the first down. 15 yards on the carry.
Nice play that time. Big hole to the outside.
Their own 39. Here's Todd Check for about 5.
Quick pitch to the outside. Check cutting it up the field. Some good yardage. Good blocking out by the backs out front.
Five for Check. Super defensive ball game against Pius. Sadowski wide right, 3:24 remaining first half. Dean the throw, looks for Sadowski. He's got him! Inside the 20, inside the 10. Touchdown! Ron Sadowski, his first touchdown on the 86 campaign. 6-0 South River.
The slant play over the middle. I said they haven't used Sadowski up to this point. Very, he's not playing defense anymore. Putting all his effort into the offensive receiving court, and so far it paid off right now. That one about a 60-yard.
Oh, 55, we missed the yard. So Dean will hold for Gracia. Drills it through the uprights. We'll take a break. 3:13 remaining first half. Rams lead it 7-0.
Problems again. Can't shut the TV off to take a break here in my throat. I've had a cold all week. It's killing me. And using up the tape, Art's going to be mad at us again. We'll just keep talking.
Kemp is back deep along with Seigel. And Hernandez, number 41, Garcia, will kick it away for South River. Want to keep it away from Kemp. Dangerous man. Cabrera from hit. Check that. Hernandez from his own 15. Lose a couple of tackles. Rams right there at about the 27-yard line. Got to fire up the Ram Ball Club.
Good kicking game so far for the Rams. Craig, I noticed this week Craig Bailey's back deeper on the punts. Right, we talked about earlier this season he's had trouble, and I missed last week and he got one blocked. And I thought for sure before that, I talked to my brother, the kicking coach, and I said, hey, move him back. He said, he's arguing with me. You don't understand, on a tight punt, he's got to be up like that. I said, well, spread it out.
Here's Cabrera for a couple. One thing that hurt Bailey, it was a bit of a line drive kick, but Quanto Holloway, a big kid.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't there. I don't know, but I know in the past he's been up, and then he takes a couple steps, and he's 5 yards off the line of scrimmage.
So the Keyport Red Raiders forced to play catch-up. They haven't done that too often this year. Been rolling up explosive outings against all sorts. Manchester 41-15, Farragut 41-0. Here's Cabrera. Ball is loose. It's picked up by Mike Dean, and they wrestled it. They blew it down.
They blew that one down, and before a late fumble earlier in the game, they didn't call. This one they called dead.
Mark, your father on camera is furious. That was a bad call. I don't think Efren was down. He was still popped, and he was carrying the ball.
But their call stands, so it's third and about 4, third and about 5. Nothing you can do about it. Just forget about it, keep playing.
That's a big play, Mark, in this ball game. Dean, 14-0 at halftime.
Can't look at it that way. Let's go what we got.
Tomasello to throw. He trapped it. Looked like they called it a catch. Crowd not happy with the officiating here. That looked like a trap, Mark, as Dan Calicari. They ruled that a catch completes the Calicari. Now they say incomplete. Trapped it. Some confusion. They looked at the replay or what?
I don't know, Craig. It's something like that. Maybe one ref can't see it. He's got to have a little conference. I couldn't see the call. Tell me, did he trap it? Somebody from a different angle? They talked about it. They made the call. That's all. Simply, the fans just, jumping to conclusions.
So 4th and 4, Iker, Zadowski, and Jackson back deep. Punt number 4 for Mazer. High kick. Rams let it roll. Inside the 25 to about the 24. They fielded. It could have got maybe 5 yards in a run.
Good thing, though, Craig. That was a high punt. You don't want to fumble or anything here. They let the ball bounce. Minute 15 left. It'd be interesting to see what the Rams do here. Are they going to go right at them, go for another score? Or are they going to sit on it? We shall see.
From their own 24 yards.
Either that or Mike was going to tuck it in and go take it upfield.
Rams want a timeout as Bill Shateri coming on the field with Jim Mackwitz. Now.
Monday, December 7th at 2:30. Tickets for senior citizens are $5. Advance tickets are $6 and $7 at the door. That's $17.76. Rams keep it on the ground. 28 seconds remaining.
Rams have about a 3rd and 8 if they get this playoff. Clock down to 15 seconds. Down to 8. Give the guard Smalley for a couple, and that'll do it.
We'll be back with a third quarter action. Enjoy the high school band and their halftime show. Ron Sadow's 50-yard pass from Mike Dean. We'll see a kick 7-0. We'll see a third quarter.
The big band era of the 1940s brought many jazz musicians to fame. One of the best-known bands during the Second World War was the Glenn Miller Band, which gave us many hit tunes, including In the Mood. popular singers, including the chairman of the board, Frank Sinatra. The band continues today's show with one of Sinatra's biggest hits, Here's That Rainy Day. Legitimized the idiom of jazz with a concert in Carnegie Hall in New York City. His drummer, Gene Krupa, capped off that concert with Louis Prima's big hit tune, Sing, Sing, Sing. The Ram fans in attendance at today's game with the South River Ram song. Carbone, Felicia Bell, and Sharon Faber. The cheerleaders will entertain you today to a 3-song medley.
We will return to our regularly scheduled program momentarily. Please stay tuned. This is a test of the emergency broadcast system. Had there been an actual emergency, your local station, in conjunction with the relevant federal authorities, would have broadcast the following pre-recorded announcement.
Cheerleaders and their advisor, Mrs. Peg Swindow. And ladies and gentlemen, it's 50-50 time. The 50-50 number today for approximately $140. Number 087.
Okay, you're on.
We're back. Craig Scott along with Mark Gregory. Rams on top, 7-0. Ron Sadowski, first touchdown, and as we see the captains from South River, Mike Dean, who did a good job his first starting assignment at quarterback along with guard Smalley. We mentioned Ron Sadowski was an important part of the Ram offense last year. Michael Laporte threw to him a lot. Rams passing has been on and off this year, Mark. They passed a lot in the opening day when Jim Mackwitz was 7 of 11 for 146 yards against Petty. But Rams before that had only thrown one TD pass, and that was Mackwitz to Joe May in the opening game. So Rams have been keeping on the ground, and very few teams can handle passing-wise. And we mentioned Keyport has struggled against Allentown and Keensburg. A lot of yardage given up by their secondary, and they got burned by Ron Sadowski.
Yes, they did, and also Keyport keeping the ball on the ground like we said they would. They had one pass play, it's a slant over the middle. They beat South River secondary. South River hasn't given up the big play. Couple times Keyport running backs breaking through the line, saw a little daylight, but just South River's been there. Their defense is going to have to keep the same intensity, same kind of execution level, performance level that they've been playing right now.
Tom Party will kick off number 20 for Keyport.
So we wait the opening kickoff of the second half. Tom Parnby, number 20. Again, Mark, we'll have to see that big play, that Mike Dean fumble, ruled dead. Big difference. Explosive team like Keyport, 7-0 lead and 14-0. Talking to a lot of people in the South River crowd. Everyone thought it was a clean hit. Ball was loose. They ruled it down.
What are you going to do? It's the breaks. Got to keep playing. Forget about it. Keep going.
Sadowski, Vinnie Jackson, and Eicher are back deep. They wait the boot from Parnby. Rams trying to knock off the unbeaten 5-0 Red Raiders of Keyport. Line drive boot fielded by one of the up-backs, Joe May. And he is upended at the 25-yard line by Jose Hernandez. So 1st and 10 South River from their own 25. Rich Bird had a good first half, I thought, running.
He had a couple nice runs we saw late. Before the big pass play, he had a nice run over the left side for about 10 yards. See if they utilize him here in the second half.
Rich coming in the game had 213 yards run. Here's Vinnie Jackson exploding for the first down.
And the Rams come out, quick pitch over the left side. Some good blocking. Keyport loses contain. South River gets a first down.
So Vinnie Jackson, who's tied with Gart Smalley in the scoring lead for the Rams, 3 touchdowns apiece, 18 points. Rams from their own 35-yard line. Rich Bird on the carry. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8. Smalley and Jackson in the Ram backfield. Weems is in at wingback. Not much there for Vinny. Read beautifully by the Jeffcoat brothers. Gerald, number 77, and Jerome Jeffcoat.
That was the Jeffcoat brothers on that tackle, Gerald and Jerome.
3rd and 10 for the Rams. Oh, after Vinny's first big burst over the right side for the defense, not much there. So they're going to have a 3rd and long, look for a pass. The Bailey split to the right.
3rd and 10 for South River. 10:15 to play, 3rd quarter. Rams lead it 7-0. Dean's going to throw. Intended for Bailey, incomplete.
Wide open, deep drag over the middle.
Great Valley incomplete.
Actually,
Situation now for South River.
post over the middle. Came about 10 yards down, cut it up, across the field. Didn't connect.
Steve Antonucci is back deep along with Tom Parnaby. And Dan Calicari, number 22. Craig Bailey to boot it away for South River. Antonucci waits at his own 30. Had a notion to fake. Good kick from Craig Bailey. Inside the 20, fielded at about the 15 by Antonucci, driven out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Weems in on the stop.
Good play by Antonucci, picked that ball up. If he would have let that go, he made 10 yards in a run back. If he would have let that go, they would have been down pinned inside their 10. Good play on Keyport's part.
So first offensive series of the second half for the Red Raiders. Offense comes in averaging 379 per ball game. work out of the wing tee. As is the case, pretty much a ground game for Mike Ciccatelli's ball club. Call it second and a long 8 as John Fredericks, wide left, near side. Antonucci goes in motion. Tomasello to throw, looking deep. Batted away by RDM, went right through the hands of John Fredericks. So Tomasello doesn't throw often, not able to connect with John Fredericks.
Nice pass. Ardeem just did a good job. He was beat by a step. That was close play, Craig. Ardeem, he's getting bad position on those pass plays. He got turned around that time. Almost a costly mistake.
Calicari is wide left. Here's Kemp, has an opening. He may go all the way. He will. So John Kemp just waltzing. "70-yard run. John Kemp with his 10th touchdown on the year for Keyport, 7-6. So it's now a 7-6 ball game. Parnaby, as Antonucci will hold. Kick is up and good. So with 8:53 remaining, we got a tie ball game. And Marcus, that's just what we talked about. John Kemp came in 139 rushing yards, leads the Shore and rushing, 290 yards rushing against Farragut. He just exploded. And that, you got to look back, the complexion of the ball game, Mark. That Deem fumble, it's a whole new ball game now. It's not 14-7, it's 7-7.
Okay, so the Rams got one taken away from them. So what? They had a breakdown on the defense. Kemp took the ball, had a nice haul, turned on the afterburners. So the Rams can't put their heads down. They're just as much in this game as Keyport. They have to come out, fired up here on this offensive drive.
Here's the boot from Parnaby. Eicher from his own 12 cuts to the near side of the field. At about the 22-yard line.
Eicher took that ball right away from Sadowski. That's miscommunication. I think Sadowski should get that ball. He's the better runner, in my opinion, and he just took that right away from him. I'm his teammate. That would make me mad. He's the middleman. He's designed to get that ball. Eicher comes across. He comes upfield, and he's going to block on the wall, and he takes it right away from Sadowski.
Rams work this drive from their own 24. We're tied at 7. Here's Rich Bird, not much there. Billy McGee on the tackle. Bird carries, McGee making the tackle. Gain of a half-yard, second and a long 9. So Keyport now under Mike Ciccatelli in his 9th year. They're fired up, Mark. It's kind of a quiet ball game for them. And Rich Bird in motion, far side of the field. Intercepted by Jose Hernandez. Brought down by Bird at the 24-yard line. And how quickly this ball game has changed.
The tide has turned around. Craig, South River had a big mistake on defense. Keyport gets a touchdown. They fell apart. Bad pass on the part of Mike Dean. just not kind of a championship reaction to a score.
At the Ram 23, here's Cabrera, tries to get around the outside, gets by Check, bounces off a couple more tackles. He's just running over people.
That should have been caught for a 5-yard loss. Just a second effort on Keyport. Poor tackling on the part of the Rams. They don't deserve to win after plays like that. Not at all.
9 yards on that carry by Cabrera. Second and less than 1 at the Ram 14. 7:08 remaining, third quarter. Here's Kemp. Has the first down. Sherman on the stop with help from Jason Bush. Kemp on the carry. Sherman and Bush on the stop. So first and 10 at the Ram 12-yard line. Everyone wondering, the highly potent Keyport Red Raider offense, a quiet first half. Trying to get in gear here. Official timeout on the play. Keyport on his feet. Rams just no momentum right here, Mark. No emotion. They have to come up big. Here's Cabrera off right tackle. Down inside the 5. Place it at the 4-yard line of South River. They can get a first down. It's second and 2. Can get it to the 2-yard line. Fumble, and Tomasello has it. Falls on the 7-yard line. A bit of a break there for South River.
Bit of a break, but now it's third and about 5. They could still get a first down here. Third and 5 for Keyport. So you look at it this way. They have 2 shots at it, and they're going to go right at the Rams, and they're going to run that. They're going to do that, send the guy in motion and give that little handoff inside. I mean, you could call it right now, Craig. Here it comes.
Here's Cabrera, stopped at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be a 4th and 5.
Look for the slant here. Now South River's playing tight. You got to think what their coach is thinking. Hey, go look for the slant. If they're going to go for the field goal. All right, so they're going to go for a field goal. But if they weren't, I think he might have thrown a slant pass.
21-yard field goal try. Kick is up and good. So Keyport has taken the lead 10-7.
Keyport capitalizing on a Ram mistake. Interception by thrown by Mike Dean. Jose Hernandez coming up with a big interception. The Rams defense, kind of a victory there, though. Stopping Keyport, forcing them to go for the 3.
I was going to say it, Mark. Going down a touchdown, Rams have to come back and tie, or they get another touchdown, go for a moral victory.
How many times did we see South River lose last year? 10-7. You know, 14-10. How many times last year?
Up on the sidelines. We'll see if Mike Dean comes back. I thought he's had a good ball game. That's always a risky pass. Almost an offside Keyport. Zone 12, far side of the field across the 20, about the 26-yard line.
I don't think you take him out just because of that mistake right there. Give the kid a chance. He's not perfect. You know, the best of them throw him.
Jim Mack was just coming into the ball game.
I don't like to see that, Craig. Not at all. Now you got Makowitz coming in there. He hasn't played at all the whole game. He's called. Oh, I'm sorry. He's hurt. Mike Dean. checking his side out.
Here's Bird. Gets a block from guard Smalley. Close to the first down.
Okay, so I made a mistake there. Mike Dean being attended to on the sideline. I don't know. That might not be the case either.
So the chain gang has come on the field. Keyport leads it 10-7. Tom Parnby, 21-yard field goal. Now has 24 kicking points on the year.
So we'll see if when Makowitz has the chance to put it up in the air, we'll see if he can do the job. I don't know. Personally, I think Mike Dean would like to be in there right now, and I think it's an injustice if he's not hurt. If that's not the fact, to take a kid out like that.
So 2.5 a yard. 4:05 to play, third quarter. 10-7 Red Raider lead. Jim Makowitz, the junior, in at quarterback, wearing number 10. Rams work out of the eye. Here's Bird lunging forward, has the first. So sophomore Rich Bird had 60 yards and a touchdown against Pius on a 39-yard run. Picking up the first down for South River, working from their own 39-yard line. Ron Sadowski caught that touchdown pass as wide left. Makowitz, his first throw on the afternoon, gets away from Jeffcoat and made a little bit out of a busted play, able to get out of trouble and avoid the sack. Rams have to use those quick passes. If they drop back too long, too much trouble happens.
He looked. He didn't say anything. He just went to the outside. You know, you got Jeffcoat. He's a big guy. He stands up, puts his hands up. I don't think he can see downfield, Jim Makowitz. See his receivers.
Jerome Jeffcoat, 6'5", 235. Brother's a big kid at 6'2". Your older brother, Jamie's defensive end for the Dallas Cowboys. Here's Vinnie Jackson cutting to the outside. Rams just didn't have blocking as Jackson got about 3 yards.
Jackson on the carry, third down for South River.
So 3rd and 7 for the Rams.
Should have ran that play on first down instead of throwing. Secondaries, well, not, they're moving up now, but that safety's back deep. They're moving around back there.
Makowitz sacked behind the line of scrimmage. No one blocking on the linebacker blitz. Efren Cabrera.
Efren Cabrera on that sack, first down.
So, Keyport coming in, blitzing their backers, giving South River's line some troubles on who's picking up who. So they're forced to punt.
Steve Antonucci is back deep as Craig Bailey set to boot it away. 2:35 to play, third quarter. Red Raiders by 3. Antonucci fumbles! Recovers by, well, looks like it's Keyport's ball. No signal yet from the official. South River ball. Mark, we mentioned the officials a little slow with their calls.
Well, they had a little conference about it. Ron Sadowski obviously jumped up. He must have threw the ball down. He must have recovered it. he jumped up, he threw it down, he was jumping, and the Rams started celebrating, and they stopped. They said, "Wait a minute, what's going on here?"
Rams at the Keyport, 26-yard line, 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play, third quarter. Vinnie Jackson off the pitch, has some blocking, cutting inside, sidesteps tackle, close to the first down. That time, the Rams had some blocking out in front of Vinnie.
Well, like I said, they should have ran that play first down on the last series instead of last possession, instead of coming up here. They run it, a good pitch out, picks up almost 10, about 9 3/4 yards.
Second, less than a half yard. Again, that Keyport field goal looms big. They didn't score off that turnover on a touchdown.
The fumble, you said you want to bring that up. The fumble in the first half could have been 14-10.
Second and a half a yard. Check and Bird in the Ram backfield. Here's the sophomore Rich Bird. See where they spot that. First down for South River. Mark, would you hit him on a pass here first down? This secondary, we mentioned, a bit shaky.
Pass on second and short there. Fake the play action, send the tight end in the end zone. You only got less than you had a quarter of a yard to go. You got a foot to go.
Here's Vinnie Jackson trying to get around the outside. And Rams lose about 10 yards. Efren Cabrera is really a quick linebacker. And pitch left, pitch right. Got to mix it up. You got to hit him with the unexpected.
It didn't work that time, but a good play, just an end around. Keyport read it. They anticipated. Their coaches made the call. Their defense did the job. Results in a South River loss.
A big loss, a 2nd and 21 now. So you can see how one play after the Rams' first down completely alters everything. Rams confused here. I think that play by Vinnie Jackson sums up this year, Mark. The fumble off Sadowski, they get the first down, they're driving, they hold Keyport to a field goal. So Rams forced to take a timeout, 2nd and 21. See what the Rams have in store here. 1:23 to play. Third quarter, Rams have to get down to the 5-yard line for a first down. Mackwitz got it away and was just about to be brought down by big Jerome Jeffcoat. Mark, as I was saying when we got cut off, that play by Vinnie Jackson to me sums up the season. Rams are driving, you can taste the touchdown. They hold Keyport to a field goal after an interception. It's 1st and 10, they lose 11. Almost a sack there. Now it's a 3rd and 21. Mackwitz to throw under pressure. Nearly intercepted. This drive has just died, Mark. Rams down to 1st and 21. Rams taking another timeout. Trying to keep this drive alive. 4th and 21. Jackson, Smalley, and Weems are wide left. Sadowski wide right. No one in the Ram backfield. Complete to Weems. Fires it in the end zone for May. Overthrew him. So Keyport defense hold. Headed for May, incomplete, 1st and 10 Keyport.
The Rams, a great opportunity there, Mark, off the turnover, off the punt. Just did absolutely nothing on that drive. So Keyport from their own 26-yard line. Here's Cabrera. Ball is loose once again. Keyport ball. Remember, earlier in the game, Kemp had a fumble. Gain of half a yard. Calls second, long 9 for Keyport. 35 seconds to play, third quarter. Fredericks is wide left. Tomasello to throw, rolls out. Incomplete. Looking for Kevin Riegler. Tomasello's pass for Riegler. Incomplete, third down. So Keyport hasn't actually bowled over the Rams' defense. Kemp exploded. But their passing hasn't been clicking. They've contained Cabrera.
Craig, in this kind of game right here, you got a big play team, Keyport. They're running backs. South River, a team that has given up the big play. All they need is 2 or 3 plays and it's over. It's it's 10-7 now and it's 17-7. That's it.
Second and 9. Tomasello to throw once again. Complete the Riegler, shy of the first down. Smalley in check on the tackle.
Nice play on Keyport. They got the ball out, just not out far enough. The receiver didn't drag under the 10-yard marker. He didn't go to the marker for the first down. South River's defense held him.
So the score after 3 quarters here at Denny, Keyport 10, South River 7. So George Mazer set to boot it away. First play of the fourth quarter. Rams with a decent run back and get good field position here. 8-man rush. The Rams may have been offside.
They blew that one. It's going to be first down. No, wait, Rams signaling. All right, I jumped to a conclusion there. Keyport drew the Rams, made the first move. Illegal procedure.
Rams try to force that with the 8-man rush. Now they have 3 men back.
Eicher back. Now watch. Now if they're smart, they'll kick it to Eicher. No, nobody's going to get that one.
Touchdown at the 46-yard line. Jim Macklis comes back out on as quarterback Mike Dean looks like he took a shot to the ribs. And no official report on his injury.
Jim Macklis didn't have a chance yet to really get a good pass off. Been under a lot of pressure. Mike Dean seemed to have some success getting the ball away.
Rams first and 10, own 46-yard line. Rich Bird tries to get to the outside. No room there. Jeff Poling on the tackle.
That time, Jerome Jeffcoat just had the hole blocked up. He didn't make the tackle, but Bird came hit the line of scrimmage, and he had nowhere to go. It was like a brick wall. He stopped, tried to get to the outside. By that time, the pursuit got him.
Second and a long 9, 10:55 to play in the ball game. Rams trail 10-7. 10 third quarter points by the Red Raiders. Here's Rich Bird off the pitch right side. Gain of a yard. Bill Potts on that tackle. So give him 2 yards in that carry. Third and a long 6 now for South River. Vinnie Jackson pitch near side of the field. Has the first down. Big tackle there by like Hernandez. Jose Hernandez making a big tackle there. Vinny could have went for some more yardage.
Hey, 1 tackle away. One thing the Ram runners haven't done this year is, one thing the Ram tacklers, running backs haven't done is what other running backs have done to them, is hit, bounce, and spin and break tackles. You know, Vinny just 1 hit and he's down.
So inside Keyport territory, 42-yard line of the Red Raiders. First and 10 South River, 9:40 to play, fourth quarter. Guard Smalley straight up the middle, dragging big Jerome Jeffco. It's a nice effort from Smalley.
That was a kind of a slot eye formation, motion, and just a straight dive up the middle. I think Smalley was a little surprised all the running room he had. Hit the line of scrimmage, he had a big hole.
They call it 2nd and 4. Misdirection play, Rich Bird. Lunging forward, has the first down. Looked like he would have been stopped. That's the play they use with Weems a lot, but that time worked well for a first down with Rich Bird. This drive looks good.
And that time, he broke a tackle. I just said a minute ago, the Ram running backs haven't been breaking those tackles. That time he did prove me wrong, did the job.
Rams at the 28-yard line at Keyport. Eight and a half remaining in the ball game. Crowd urging the Rams on here at Denny Stadium. Here's Vinnie Jackson exploding up the middle, spinning off tackles. Inside the 10. Ball is loose, but the Rams have it. Oh, boy. Oh, baby.
Oh, my. I'll tell you, he did a nice bit of running there, but he lost the ball. Oh.
So first and goal for South River at the 9-yard line of Keyport. Crowd on its feet. 7:55 to play. Here's Rich Bird off the left side. Off a block from Nowicki. Touchdown. Oh, they put it at the half-yard line. Woo! Oh, man. So we got second and goal, Mark.
It's fun to do a game like it. We haven't had a game like this. You know, a 5-0 team, Rams sputtering against some good teams earlier in the season.
So second and goal, inches away from a touchdown. 7:16 remaining. Guard Smalley, Rich Bird in the Ram backfield. Macklin, quarterback keeper, touchdown. Big extra point as Mike Dino Hall Rams going for two. Here's guard Smalley off a block. He's got it. 15-10. Unbelievable crowd on its feet.
Plenty of time left. Keyport doesn't need much. They're a big play team.
For that two-point conversion, even to one, they need more than a field goal now. True. Like the old days here at Denny Stadium, crowd into it. Here's the kickoff from Garcia, taken by Hernandez at his 18-yard line. Tries to get around Ian Ivanovich. Here's Eicher. So Ian Ivanovich, Eicher, along with help from a host of Rams, Jason Bush. Chant of defense from the Denny crowd.
Crowd really into it.
Rams still have to keep the concentration, though. They got the momentum. We saw what Cabrera and what Kemp did early in the game. Little hole there, and forget about it.
That's right. Remember that play was just a dive. They sent a man in motion. That little handoff coming back the other way and went for a big run.
Here's Kemp. Runs right into Ian Ivanovich. Watch the clock. 6:25 to play. South River crowd up. Here's Cabrera. Wrestled down hard. Mike Dean has come on back in defense. Well, now the crowd's starting to chant more. They're into it.
They want to see their team do well. They recognize the potential, and South River has the potential. They just have to execute here. Their defense. South River has one timeout left. Let's remember that here. One timeout left. Could be a big factor near the end of the game.
5:49 remaining. Be a 3rd and 4 for Keyport. Then you have to think, Mark, they get stopped here. Do they go for it with 5:49? Rams with a first down. No. We have to see if the Rams stop them here. If you're Mike Chickatelli, you go for it, Mark. 5:49, Rams get the ball, get a first down, could eat up 2 or 3 minutes.
That's right. And if you're the Rams, if they stop them even downfield a little bit, you get maybe if the Rams get the ball back on the 50 or you know, the Rams have to just go right at them, keep the ball on the ground, and just keep trying to get first downs. You might see Keyport go for it if they don't get it here.
So
Cabrera is down. He just limped off the field. Big explosive running back for Keyport.
3rd and 4. Here's Kemp, far side of the field. Has the first down and more. Wrestled hard out of bounds by Dean. So a big test as the Keyport crowd comes to life. Able to move it close out to midfield.
See if Cabrera comes back into the lineup. Still on the sideline.
Gotta lay some wood into Kemp. That's what the Rams have to do. They really have to come up, hit him hard.
Now one of the officials coming over to Bill Shatari. I think there was a roughing penalty against South River. Penalty against South River. I know the officials haven't been kind to the Rams this afternoon, Mark.
I didn't see a flag go up.
They're at the 37-yard line. Big test for South River. 5:32 to play in the ball game. Hernandez in at fullback, number 41. Here's Kemp. Wrestled down by Larry Crawford. Loss of about 5 yards.
Larry Crawford, a quick nose guard, agile. As we know, his brother Sid playing for Rutgers, who I hope is beating Louisville at the present. Really coming up with a big defensive play.
So that negated the penalty a little bit. Ball back at the 44-yard line.
There originally, I think that might have been close to the original.
About a 5-yard difference right now. So here's Kemp, explosive back, sidesteps Dean. He may go all the way. Ball is loose. I think Keyport has it. They do. Kemp running at will. So Mark, it didn't make much of a difference if Cabrera went out. Kemp has really come on here in the fourth quarter. 4:48.
If you noticed, on that play before when Crawford got Kemp for the loss, South River's defensive line shifted when the Keyport offense to the strong side. Now on that play, I didn't see a shift or anything. It was ran to the other side of the field. I know South River's defense was shifting today. It's something they haven't done in previous games is shift to the strong side. I know in past years we always used to shift. And a lot of calls were just a straight defense with a shift to the tight end wing back side. It'd be interesting to see what kind of defensive strategy South River has up here in this situation.
The ball looks just outside the 10-yard line. Keyport can get a first down. So 1st and 10, Keyport, 4.5 to play. Rams lead at 15-10. Here's Kemp once again.
Same play, left side.
Kemp on the counter for Keyport, 2nd down. Cabrera hobbling back onto the field. Under 4 minutes to play in the ball game. Rams lead it 15-10. Second and 6. Keyport can get a first down about the half-yard. Here's Cabrera right into Crawford with help from Nowicki.
Remember, Craig, they can't get a field goal here. Field goal will not help them. Field goal will not help them. So they have to go in for the score. So if they don't get the first down here, they're going to go for it. So they have 3rd down and 4th down to either put it in the end zone or get the... Can they get a first down?
It looks like they can get it at about 2 inches away from the goal line.
Still a first down. You know, you get that far, and you get 4 more cracks at it. And, you know, from 4 inches, you know, from like less than a foot, it's about a foot. You know, you're almost guaranteed to put it in.
Those two plays similar. Vinnie Jackson made the run near the goal line. He fumbled the ball, and Rams had it. Then Kemp had it popped loose.
Greg, Keyport running. You know, what do you think here? Just a simple pass, slant pass.
They've been using that play. They didn't use it that much to Kemp off the left side. It seems like as soon as they were down by 5 here and looked to be in trouble, Kemp woke up and just taking the game into his own hands almost.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if they pitch it over the left side, which has been, they've gained most yardage, or they throw a slant. They haven't passed. Could be a surprise. Maybe they think they can surprise now.
3rd down. Here's Cabrera. Tries to cut inside.
That didn't fool anybody. And kind of all that timeout talking, you would think they're coming up with a strategy, and they just dive over the middle.
Timeout, Keyport.
Their last timeout, I believe. Craig, that's their last one, I think.
I know the Rams are definitely down to one. 2 successive timeouts taken. I believe both clubs have one left. So 3:28 remaining. What we may see here, Mark, maybe the halfback option.
I would have threw a pass on that play. The slant worked for 10 yards early in the game. I think the only completion that went, there was another completion over the middle, a drag. Didn't get Keyport the first down early in the game, but still, South River is expecting the run, I'm sure.
So 4th down. Remember, Keyport can get a first down.
This is it, right here. This is South River's season riding on this play.
Here's Cabrera. Didn't get it. The Rams hold.
How about a hand for the Ram defense, but how about some second guessing on the Keyport side? What was that all about?
Think they were going for the first with Cabrera leaning forward or what?
Craig, they were 4 yards away. What do you mean leaning forward? I don't understand that, but hey, great for South River. No mistakes now, no mistakes.
Rams on their own 3-yard line. 3:15 to play. See what Bill Shateri's philosophy is here. They'll be going for the ball, Keyport, trying to force a turnover. Here's guard Smalley straight ahead.
Guard Smalley straight ahead.
Rams a little more running room. Garth with 3 on that. So gain of 3. 2nd and 7, ball at the 6-yard line of South River. 2:40 to play. Pick up a first down. Things will look nice right here for the Rams. Todd check-in at fullback. Full house backfield for South River. Mackless on the bootleg. Out to about the 10-yard line. Bill Potts, number 14, making the tackle.
3rd and 3.
Big play here. Under 2 minutes to go in the ball game. Chant of "Go Rams, go" from South River contingent here at Denny Stadium. Rich Bird runs right into Jeffcoat. 4th down. The Rams can afford the safety, being up by 5, 1:25. Antonucci's back deep, along with Parnaby and Calicari. Official timeout on the field as a penalty flag against South River. Rams working the clock, 1:09, and Rams take their final timeout.
South River is just taking their final timeout.
So now the wheels are turning, Mark. 1:09, by far the most exciting game of the '86 campaign. St. Peter's next week, you know it's going to be freezing. Memorial Stadium. Rams trying to win their 2nd in a row. I think we're on, Mark. We're just caught up in the hysteria here. So Rams options here can take the safety, then have to boot it away from their 20. If there's enough time, Keyport can get some great field position. Antonucci waiting about his own 38-yard line. Craig Bailey didn't work off enough time off that mark. He should have ran in the end zone.
Down to the right side.
Safety taken by the Rams. 15 to go.
Those are those mental things, Mark. You got to be planned out in advance. There's an awful lot of time. They're sending George Garcia. He's going to kick it off the tee from his own 20. So we'll see what all this means, Mark, in the end.
You use your punter. He's a good kicker, and he could boot that ball with no pressure on him and a free kick. You saw Craig Bailey, and we saw Garcia. He's not a strong kickoff. He hits that ball low.
So, and plus you have Kemp back deep.
You got speedsters back there.
Garcia running away for South River.
From his own 20-yard line, 15-12, Rams lead it. He'll be taken by one of the upbacks, Antonucci. Brought down at the 47-yard line. Shatarian on the stop with May, and Bailey stops the clock with 58 seconds. Going to be a hurry-up offense for the Red Raiders. No timeouts remaining. You know they're going Kemp, Mark, left side.
Kemp, pitch out, Kemp.
51 seconds to play. Here's Kemp. Upended at midfield. Looks like Art Dia made the stop. 41 seconds. Keyport's going to have to hurry. Ball's at midfield. Half a minute remaining. 15-12. Rams lead it. Here's Kemp off that left side once again. Rams kept him in bounds. 22 seconds. And that is the final timeout for Keyport. They have the...
Count your chickens. It's not over. That's all it takes is one fight with running backs like Kemp and Cabrera. That's all it takes. We've seen it.
Well, it's certainly a much more upbeat game than the homecoming game. With Rams had a long homecoming, trying to hold on for their lives here.
That's right. They swing one out to Cabrera or Kemp, and they get him in the open field with the receivers in the secondary. You know, they haven't thrown a ball all game. South River can't just say, all right, they're going to pitch it. You got to watch. I would do that. I'd swing him out, get him in the open field. He's gone.
22 seconds to play. The chant of defense from the South River crowd. Here's Cabrera off the option, looking deep. Heaves the ball in the air. It's complete at the 8-yard line with 13 seconds to go. That was Steve Dixon. 13 seconds to go, 8-yard line. Threw it out of bounds to stop the clock with 7 seconds.
You knew it was coming, Craig. They had to throw the ball. Come on, they ain't good. They're not going to run. They're not going to break a play. The defense is anticipating that. They got to throw.
Keyport not going for the tie, going for the win.
I didn't think they were going to throw throw the bomb. Like, I thought they might try to get one of their speedsters in the open.
So 7 seconds to go in the ball game. Rams lead at 15-12. Tomasello looking deep. Incomplete. 2 seconds to go on the clock.
And they're going to kick it. They're going to kick it. They're going for the tie. And that's going to kill South River's chance of the playoffs. But Keyport, it will help them.
"25-yard field goal attempt. Antonucci will hold. Tom Parnaby kicks up and looks no good. Oh! I don't know about that. That went wide. That kick appeared to go wide. They said it was good. That looked wide to me. That kick went wide. That's been indicative of the officiating this afternoon. So, 15-15 tie. It's like kissing your sister. You got a good-looking sister, it doesn't mean anything. But I don't know about that, Mark. I don't try to get controversial too often, but the Rams shafted. That kick went wide.
The Rams were tied. They gave up a big play at the end of the game. I'm sorry. Kick was good. Whether it was good or not, it stands as good.
Let's wrap it up. 15-15 tie. Rams now 3-2-1. Keyport 5-0-1. Rams got on the board in the second quarter. 3:13 to play. Sadowski, a 55-yard pass from Mike Dean, his first touchdown on the year. Garcia, an extra point, made it 7-0, and then 7-0 at halftime. 8:53 remaining third quarter. A 70-yard run from John Kemp, his 10th touchdown on the year. Parnaby's kick made it 7-all, and then Tom Parnaby, a 21-yard field goal with 5:05 to play. And that made it 10-7. Then in the fourth quarter, Jim Mack with a 1-yard run, 7:04. And that gave the Rams a 15-10 lead thanks to Garth Smalley, 2-yard catch from Mike Dean. And then a safety made it 15-12. And then Tom Parnaby, 25-yard field goal, 15-15. And a lot of second guessing, a lot of thinking about this one, Mark.
Craig, there'll be talk. What are you going to do?